It's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles, but the serenity of this beautiful day can easily be broken, just as in the quiet of your home. You're sitting at home enjoying the evening, or you're sleeping watching the Tonight Show. All of a sudden there's a knock at your door, and it's an allegation. We're going to talk about allegations today. We're going to talk about those people from social services who are showing up at your home because someone made an allegation. First of all, we need to know that allegations are probably the biggest thing that plague foster parents. It is the biggest thing that probably keeps people from becoming foster parents, because some may say, why would I want to put up with this? Allegations are absolutely huge. So who makes them? Everybody. Jilted lovers, significant others, neighbors, school teachers, people in any profession that works with children, because they are mandated reporters. Although you are also mandated reporters, but they don't look at you as professionals. So you are the cause of all that's wrong with foster care because you're foster parents. So let's look at this quite clearly. We now know that everybody makes allegations. So how do you save yourself from making them or having them in your home? Well, every foster home is an allegation waiting to happen. I don't care if you've been doing this for 10, 20, or 30, or 40 years and you've never had an allegation. It is waiting to happen. Your day will come. So if you're one of those foster parents who really believe that they've crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, and doing all the right things, allegations continue to happen. Now here's the strategy for some people who make allegations. There are only so many stories in the world, so just about every allegation that they can possibly think of has already happened. So they'll take one of those allegations, they'll call the 800 number in your city or town, make the allegation, even though they know it's not true. They're hoping that when someone comes out and do the investigation, they will find something wrong. It's a strategy for manipulative people. Now here's what we know. We know that if you're looking for something, you will find it. Eventually, you will find it. So if the Gestapo is coming to your home and they call themselves social services, and they're looking for something, they will probably find something, whether or not it's laundry on the floor or old lettuce in the refrigerator. They want a bone. Throw them a bone. They want to put something in that report that they investigated and found something. But here's the other issue. You sort of know when allegations are going to happen. You sort of know that if you get into a heavy debate in an IEP, individual education plan, a heavy debate with a teacher, you kicked your husband or wife out the house, or you broke up with a significant other, or any kind of thing that upsets you and the universe, expect a knock on the door because somebody is angry at you and they're going to make an allegation. One of the things we have new going on in our country right now, and probably some other places, is that we have team decision-making meetings. People don't get their way, allegations will happen. If you are probably one of those foster parents who's very strong and advocate for other foster parents and youth and families, allegations are going to happen. The bottom line, allegations have become a weapon and a tool. So how do you prevent this? Well, I don't know if you can prevent allegations, but you can make it a little easier on yourself. If you had any of these kinds of disruptions I've talked about in your life, sit down, document it. Less said, best said. I say that many times. I wish I was one of those kind of people who could be succinct and say things in a very short amount of time, but that's not who I am. But less said, best said. Okay? Don't give people more stuff to investigate. Put the facts down on a sheet of paper of what happened. So and you might want to share it with another foster parent just to make sure that you're not saying more than you should. And one of the things that you want to do is take that document, make copies, and every time somebody comes to your house for the investigation, give it to them. When they ask you questions, say it's all there. They ask you more questions, it's all there. Because they will keep asking you questions until they find something. They're trained to listen for red flags. Red flags. I can't think of anything right now, but trust me, they're trained to listen for red flags. And one red flag will bring up other flags. So the best thing you can do, write it down and zip it. So There's a saying called "kiss it," which means keep it simple, stupid. So write it down, kiss it. When they come out for the investigation, just give it to them. Call it a day. Less said, best said. I wish there were some tips I could give you to keep you from getting allegations outside of doing all the things that are the right things, but people make them. And if they don't like you, they will make more. It's a weapon of choice. Birth parents make them, hoping that perhaps you're a little too strong for them to fight, so they want to get that kid out of your home into another foster home, so they make the allegation. Sometimes when you have kids who don't like you, don't like your rules, and they're not running away, and they've said to social workers that they want to move, but social workers are not listening to them, because listening is a problem we have in child welfare. Listening is a huge problem. So when people are not listening, kids make allegations because they know how to get moved. And the longer they stay in foster care, the more homes that they roll through. You know that whole thing of a rolling stone gathers no moss? Well, a rolling stone also gathers no emotion. So if you've been in 6 or 7 foster homes, you sort of give up attaching to anybody. So when you're ready to move because your girlfriend's across town, you make an allegation to get a little closer because you don't really care about those people who you've been living with. Now, this may come as a shocker to people about this whole allegation thing. I think that when people read the newspaper and think, oh my God, the foster parent did something else horrible. But sometimes, some of those things are just not true. It's just that we hear them and we rush, we rush to try to investigate it. We rush to get things in the newspaper about it so we can use that foster parent as an example, because that's what we've been doing in the past. We're quick to put those kinds of things in the paper. We're not quick to talk about the successful foster parents who've accomplished many, many things. We're quick to use a foster parent as an example. And we know that that doesn't work. You can't sacrifice one for the good of the many. Now, some people will say, when a kid makes an allegation to you, should you remove that kid from your home? Well, if you're sure that that kid's making the allegation, yes, you probably should. But some allegations are sort of innocent. The kid might have said something innocently to a social worker who blew it up and used that as a reason to move that kid because you and that social worker are not working well together. There is a reality to foster parenting. And part of the foster parenting reality is that allegations happen. And they just don't happen because of a mistake or something that you've made. Allegations happen because somebody is upset with you. And it begs the question, well, who makes allegations? Everybody makes them. Jilted lovers, ex-wives and husbands, next-door neighbors, school teachers, other foster parents, anybody who dislike you for the moment will use an allegation as their tool of choice.